What's going on, guys? This is Joshua Fish Filmmaker for Zero Reviews, Watch Like Movies, TV, Music, and this is going to be my review of the sequel to Spirit, Untamed, which this is, of course, directed by Elaine Bogan and Ennio Torreson Jr. in their feature film debuts. This is a sequel to Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. And this has a cast of Isaac Gonzalez, Isabela Merced, Julianne Moore, and Jake Gyllenhaal. In this film, of course, Spirit Untamed, after moving to a sleepy little town, Lucky Prescott befriends a wild mustang named Spirit, who shares a rebellious spirit. When a heartless wrangler plans to capture Spirit and his herd, Lucky and her new friends embark on the adventure of a lifetime to rescue the horse that forever changed her life. This was a movie, of course, I went into open-minded. I admit I went into this movie with an open mindset. This is DreamWorks Animation, and DreamWorks Animation has had some good stuff, but they've also had a lot of bad movies. I'm looking at you, boss baby, and I'm not going to be merciful with the sequel this weekend coming up. But anyways, I still went into this open-minded. I am a fan of the original Spirit from 2002, Stallion of the Cimarron. I think it's one of the most underappreciated films and one of the most underrated animated movies in general. So, going into this, I was hoping I would like this. I would enjoy this. Which hurts me to say this because I found Spirit Untamed to be very disappointing. This is not a bad movie. This is just a very blah animated film. There is good animation in this movie, of course. The animation in this movie is gorgeous, it's vivid, it's colorful, it's visually beautiful, especially for the setting that this movie is going for. So I will give this movie credit for doing that. And I will say the voice acting is great, but from everyone, I will say that the voice acting is good. You got a good voice cast. You got Isabela Merced. She's great. Jake Gyllenhaal is always great. Marsai Martin, McKenna Grace, Walter Goggins, Julianne Moore, and Isaac Gonzalez is good as well. And of course, Aury Wallington is also really good. Voice acting on a while, I think is good. And it does have a nice message for kids. I will say the message for kids in this movie is grace. That being said, though, I just could not get into this movie. It does have a message about being yourself and such, as also that is just. It was really hard for me to say because I could not get into the story here. I thought the story here wasn't really anything to write home about. I found myself pretty bored with this, and this is an animated film, and I love animated films. Animation is one of my favorite genres. I just felt here that I thought the animation in this movie was pretty boring. Well, not boring, it's good, but I just thought the story was lackluster. Scratch that last sentence. Um, the story is not really much. It feels like one of those movies that should have went straight to Netflix or straight to DVD. Especially when we coming off The Crew's A New Age, and The Crew's A New Age, I thought it was actually really good. Here, however, when you really look at this film, there's not much to it. Again, it has a good message to say, and it feels like something that just easily could have been something amazing, but it just wasn't. Again, I respect the animation, I respect the voice acting, I respect the message. Even the music is also really good. The cinematography work that goes into this animation is also really good. The horse riding scenes are a lot of fun. It's just most of this movie, I'm just sitting here very bored, and just it is the same exact movie as some of these other kids movies, which is something I expected a lot more from DreamWorks. Yes, they made some shitty movies, but you know what? For every bad DreamWorks movie, there's always a good one. And this is one of those movies I think you can sit down and your kids will like, and your kids will enjoy this. But me being an animation fan and me having to look at this from a critical film, this is a perfectly serviceable movie that it doesn't do much to stand out. It's incredibly generic. It doesn't deviate from any expectations. The story is pretty much been there and done that, and there's not much there going for it. It's just this is a little, it's too unmemorable and too generic to stand out from any other stories that's like this. And it hurts me saying it because I did expect more out of this, and I was really curious about this. Unfortunately, when we're looking at the reality, this is easily one of my biggest disappointments of the year. Again, it's not an awful movie. I don't even think it's one of the worst things ever. But I do have to be honest. I do have to be completely clear when I say this. Spirit Untamed, while it does have a good story, it does have some good things going for it. I just feel like there could have been a lot more with Spirit Untamed. It's not one of DreamWorks' best movies, and it's definitely not one of the worst. I've seen far worse animated films. I've seen worse animated DreamWorks movies, including The Boss Baby. But I don't know. This is just it's just it has something, but it didn't really go for it. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna be fair because I do think kids will enjoy this. Me myself, I just didn't. So with that being said, I'm gonna be fair and I will give this movie a stream it on Netflix. You can stream this on Netflix. So that was my review of Spirit Untamed. In the review comment section down below, what did you think of this film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Or are you somewhere in the middle? All my social media links in the description box down below. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified with more videos and live streams. All my social media links in the description box down below. Stick around for more videos as well. You guys keep it cool, enjoying the Epictasticness. I'll see you in the next video.